Hey guys, welcome to the video. If you're new here, my name's Curtis. Today, we're gonna be talking about elegant and classy fragrances. So I've gone through my collection and I picked 5 that fit the bill perfectly. So if you're curious to see the fragrances that I've chosen, then let's go. So first up, from the house of Jeroboam, we have Ombra. So this is quite a complex and very sensual amber smelling fragrance, and it's my favorite amber fragrance in my collection. You get vanilla, musk, amber, and some balsamic notes here, and those are all just combined beautifully, with which give this just a very elegant and classy, and there's even a slight sexiness to this one that I really like. But you know, when you want to give off that vibe of just pure elegance, this is it right here. This stuff is
magic in a bottle.
And what I will say, I really love this house of Jeroboam. It's a very underrated house. Not a whole lot of people talk about it, but if you're not familiar with the house of Jeroboam, basically they're the sister company of Javoy, and Javoy gets a lot of talk here in the fragrance community, but Jeroboam just kind of sits in the shadows of Javoy. But they are a phenomenal house and they're definitely one to check out. So one thing that I love about Jeroboam is they produce 30 ml extrait de parfum concentration, and you don't need a whole lot of sprays with these. They perform really well, but they are all very unique and they smell amazing. So if you can, you should definitely check out the house. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite amber fragrances, and I wear this when I want to smell just classy and elegant. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Ombra by Jeroboam. Next up, from the house of Amouage, we have Reflection Man. So this one smells very clean, unique, exquisite, and opulent, and it's just the perfect choice for if you want to smell classy and elegant. I love this one. It's just so versatile as well. I mean, you really could wear this for any season, any occasion. It's that good. And what I will say, if you're just getting into kind of Middle Eastern perfumery, or even if you're just getting into the house of Amouage, this might be a good place to start. But yeah, this is such a lovely one. This does have a slight powderiness to it, so I would say if you do live in a very humid climate, that could slightly come off a bit cloying. However, it's not overwhelming by any means. And I live in Japan. In the summers, I don't typically wear this fragrance because the humidity is so high, but basically spring, fall, and winter, I hit this one hard. I really enjoy this one, and it's one of my favorites from the house of Amouage. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Reflection Man by Amouage. Next up, from the house of BDK, we have Vanille Leather. Yeah, so this one was perfumed by one of my favorite perfumers, Dominique Ropion, and he's done a phenomenal job here. I really enjoy this one. And you might look at the name Vanille Leather and you might think, oh, this is a very heavy vanilla scent. It might go down gourmand territory, or maybe this is quite leather dominant. I'll say it's neither of the two. It definitely has leather and vanilla in it, but those two notes aren't so dominant. At least they're not off my skin. Basically off my skin, when I spray this, I get a heavy blast of violet, and also I get some orange blossom and a bit of tuberose mixed in with some vanilla and a slight bit of leather. But I really enjoy the scent profile of this one. It's a great one from the house, and if you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Vanille Leather by BDK. And next, from the house of Ormond Jane, we have Mont Verano. So this one is basically very heavy on like the grapefruit, and you have some tobacco in here, but it's not a heavy tobacco and it's not a sweet, dark tobacco. It is quite light, and this is a tobacco that works in all seasons, but definitely in the spring and summer. But overall, in general, this juice just has quite an elegance and a very unique character to it that I really enjoy. And this one is just very clean and fresh, and that tobacco helps to give this fragrance a bit more depth and character. But I like wearing this one in the summer evenings, maybe going out to dinner, or maybe this would be a good for date night in the summer evenings as well, or even if you're going to an event. where you just want to give off the vibe of being classy and elegant, this is the perfect choice for that. But yeah, like I said before, this is a very versatile fragrance. It can be worn in any season, but for me, I really enjoy wearing this one in the spring and the summer. But I typically like to wear this one with nothing less but a collared shirt, because this one just works perfectly with that type of vibe. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Mont Verano by Ombra. And finally, from the house of Parfums de Nicolai, we have New York Intense. So some might say that this is old-fashioned perfumery, but it doesn't smell dated at all in my opinion. However, it does smell mature, but I really enjoy this one. This is just so classy and elegant, and you know, this does have the typical fougere notes in it. However, it also has a slight bit of animalic, so it has castoreum as well as civet. However, those are pushed into the background and they're just very subtle. And to my nose, I can't really pick up on them so much, if any at all. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that so much. But yeah, this one is just very classy and elegant. And I love this brand. Now, this is the only fragrance I have from this brand. However, I have smelled some others like Patchouli Intense, which is one that I would like to get in the future, as I think that is patchouli done extremely well. But New York Intense is such an amazing scent, and I don't really hear it being talked about so much in the fragrance community. But yeah, this is a great one. If you're looking for that just classy, gentlemanly, fougere type of vibe, then this is the one for you. And even though I say fougere, and I know that kind of leans masculine, you know, women could totally pull this one off as well. So yeah, ladies out there, just if you hear the word fougere, don't be afraid of fragrances like these. You can definitely pull them off as well. But yeah, this is a great one. It's quite powerful as well. So as you see here, this is only a 30 ml bottle. That's really all I need. You just need a couple sprays with this and it works a treat. So if you can, get yourself a sample of New York Intense by Parfums de Nicolai. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content, and let me know down in the comments section, what fragrances do you have in your collection that you consider classy and elegant fragrances? I'd love to hear about them. Well, I hope you guys are staying healthy and well, and I'll see you in the next video.